yoga. Let's start by getting centered. So please slide to the back of your chair, uncross your legs, have your feet flat on the floor, and just take a load off. Just lean back. Good. And close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. You could also just lower your gaze. And you just begin to take a few deep breaths here. Aware of the inhale and aware of the exhale, letting that breath help bring your mind to the present moment. And as you settle in, you just might notice what you've brought with you today. Maybe in your body, maybe you feel some tension or stress or anxiety. You could also be calm and open and spacious. Maybe both, maybe neither, something else. What have you brought with you today? And you could extend that contemplation as well to your mind. What's here in your mind? What emotions are present? What stresses, anxieties? What level of calm or spaciousness, sense of ease is there? Maybe several of those, maybe none of those, and something else. Just good to know where we're at. And if there's anything in your body or in your mind that feels like it needs some support or relief or a break, maybe this practice can help bring that support to you. Letting that be your intention. When you're ready, go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. And slowly allow the eyes to open. And bring yourself on back. And we'll start by sliding to the edge of the chair today. Have your feet flat on the floor. Knees about hip width apart, heels underneath the knees, nice stable stance. Good, and have your arms by your sides. And with your next inhale, sweep your arms out to the sides, reach them up and over, and exhale, release the arms back down again. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep out and up, feeling some movement in the shoulders here. Exhale, arms back down. And we'll do that several more times. Again, warming up the shoulders, but also starting to feel some length on the sides of the body. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, releasing down. We'll do a couple more. Just starting to warm this body up a bit, helping to counterpose some of that habitual sitting that we do sometimes. Reach up, inhale. And this time, exhale, release. Pause, feel. Starting to pull some of that tension up in the shoulders. Good. So for the next part, go ahead and interlace your fingers in front of you. Turn the palms away from you. Extend the arms forward, and then lift the arms up overhead. And you're going to reach through the wrists, pressing up. Now, what can often happen here is as we press up, we start to back bend in our lower back a little bit. I'm going to ask you to refrain from doing that. And a way to make sure that you're not doing that is by shrugging your tailbone under a little bit. Just curl it under just slightly and pull your navel back towards your spine, stabilizing the low back. And then again, keep reaching up through the wrists. Big extension, big breaths. Good. Reach up one more time. And exhale, release the arms on down. Feel, feel, feel. Good. So we're not done with those extensions yet. We're going to take it just a step further. So when you're ready, interlace your fingers again, press the palms away from you and extend the arms. Lift the arms overhead and establish the core engagement. So that means curl the tail under, navel the spine, reach through the arms. And think about grounding your left hip bone down onto your chair. And once that anchor is set, go ahead and just arch the body to the right slightly. So to feel some big length on the left side, especially around the rib cage. Feeling some length on that left side. Breathing into that space. Good. Come back up. Release the arms for a moment. We will do the other side, but just letting some of that blood flow back into the arms. Good. Let's do the other side. Interlace the fingers again. Press the palms away from you. Extend the arms. Take them up. Reach. Engage the core. Ground the right hip. Keep it on the chair. And then just arc the upper body to the left a little bit, creating space, especially around the right rib cage. Deep breaths here. Breathe. That length on the right side. Beautiful. Come back up and release the arms on down. Take a deep breath in. And just for a moment, fold yourself down over the thighs. Your hands can stay on the knees, or you can relax them toward the floor. Just feel a stretch in your back body here. It might feel good after that last exercise. And then with your next inhale, bring yourself back up to a seat. And we'll continue our warm-up process. So sitting tall as we do, take the arms out to the sides and bend the elbows. And you're going to try to keep the upper arms extending out of the shoulders for this one. We're going to do some spinal flexing. So with your exhale, you're going to bring your hands forward and you're going to look down, the upper back rounding. And with your inhale, you're going to take the hands back, turning the chest toward the ceiling. Then exhale, rounding forward, bring the hands forward. Then inhale, opening back up. And just keep moving between these two extremes. Again, the arms are extending straight out from the shoulders. It's kind of like you're a scarecrow. Opening up, rounding the back. This is helping to create mobility and flexibility in the upper spine. This region of the body gets so tight because we tend to hunch a bit. It's also an area of the spine that doesn't usually get a lot of natural movement. And so we have to engage it. Let's do a few more. Again, keeping the upper arms extending out of the shoulders, rounding the back, then opening the chest. Good, last one. Open the heart. Come to a neutral spine and just relax those arms. Let them float back down. Good. Now, as you do that, you might start to feel some heat building in the body, maybe down in the core from keeping the lower body stable, but probably especially in the chest. Just feels warmer here. You might even feel it. Good. So we're going to continue our warm up with some dynamic twisting, meaning that we'll be moving in and out of poses on the flow of the breath. Many of you have done this one with me before. So still sitting at the edge of your chair, knees are still hip width apart, knees stacking under, have your arms by your sides, and with your inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides and up. Then exhale, take your right arm forward, take your left arm behind you, twist, twist, twist. Then inhale, unwind, bring your arms back up, and we'll go the other way. Exhale, bring your left arm forward, your right arm back, twist, twist, twist. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, twist to the first side. And then just continue to move on your breath. Inhale, unwinding, lifting the arms. Exhale, twisting to a side, looking behind you. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, unwind, and exhale, twist. Keep going, creating this vertebral rotation. Certain regions of the spine might feel like they have a lot of movement or a lot of mobility. And some of them, you're like, will those vertebrae ever rotate? And just keep going. You might even find after several rounds that your range of motion increases. And it's okay if that's not true. Just keep going. Inhale, unwind, exhale, twist. Inhale, unwind, and exhale, twist. Just a couple more times. And then we're going to hold the twist. So twist to a side. It doesn't matter which one. And then stay. And as you're holding the posture, you want to feel your spine grow as it's reaching toward the ceiling. And as you exhale, roll the back shoulder back further and looking behind you if you can. Breathe as you hold this twist. Good. All right. Inhale, unwind, lift the arms up. We're just going to move right to the other side. So twisting in the other direction. Again, with your inhale, sit up a bit taller. Exhale, take that back shoulder back a bit further, looking behind you and breathing deeply. Just a couple more breaths here. Good. Inhale, unwind, lift the arms on up. And then stay facing forward. Release your arms down to your sides. Feel sensation, especially along your spine. What's going on in there? Good. Then from here, sit tall, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, just fold over your thighs. Just staying here for just a moment. Again, just bring some counterposing to some of the work that we've done with the twisting and the back bending. Good. Inhale, sit back up. And let's create some space in our upper backs. So with your next inhale, extend the arms out to the sides. And then sweep both arms forward and have your right hand floating over your left, right hand over left. And then finish going across and give yourself a hug, holding on to your arms, your shoulders. And some of you might even be able to hold on to your shoulder blades behind you. Okay. So once you have that connection, please lift your elbows in front of you. Good. And as you do that, you'll feel the upper back widen or the shoulder blades separate. And breathe. Just creating the space in the back ribs. Again, this area doesn't get a lot of space, it doesn't get a lot of movement. But when we do this, especially when we do it consistently, we can actually help deepen your capacity for your breath. The rib cage can expand more, creating more efficiency with every inhale and exhale. Good. And with your next exhale, go ahead and drop the elbows down, release the hug, and then you'll probably definitely feel what's going on here as you release that. Good. So we did right hand over left. Now we need to do left hand over right, and you'll see the difference when we do it. So take the arms out to the sides again, sweep both arms forward. Again, left hand over right. Finish across, hold on to the arms, the shoulders. Again, some of you might hold on to the forearms. Feel the shoulder blades widen behind you, and lift your elbows in front of you and begin to take some deep breaths. This big space in the upper back and in the shoulders too. I mean, there's definitely some space in the back. We can feel that, but there's also this slight tractioning of the shoulders that's happening. Keep lifting the elbows. We'll stay for a few more breaths. And with your next exhale, drop the elbows down, release the hug, and just feel the sensation that comes with that release. Again, it might feel spacious. There might be something else going on there. All right, so for our next exercise, I'd like you to take your feet a little bit wider apart. So your knees are just a hair wider than your shoulders. The heels are stacking underneath the knees still, and this makes it so that if you lean from side to side, you ideally do not fall over. So if you feel like your feet need to be further apart, do that. If you feel like it needs to be more narrow, do that. But this is the general stance that I'll guide you towards. Good, so take your left elbow down onto your left thigh or knee. Sweep the right arm out behind you and lift the right arm up and overhead, maybe even looking up if that's okay on your neck. Good. Now it's tempting here as we reach through this right hand to feel the right hip come up off the chair. So try to ground that hip back down as you reach, feeling this big, powerful length on the right side of your body. And can you breathe into that space? Reach. Breathe one more breath. And carefully come back up to a tall, straight spine. Good. Noticing sensation, especially the difference between the two sides. And it probably feels pretty important to do the other side. So let's go ahead and do that. Bring your right elbow down onto your right thigh. Good. Go ahead and sweep the left arm out behind you. Reach the arm up and over. Now, again, as you establish that length on the right side, ground your left hip back down onto the chair. It's almost like you're reaching in both directions. The hip is reaching down, the hand is reaching out. Big length here. Breathe. Okay, staying for one more breath, please. And go ahead and come back up to a tall spine. Now we're going to do a little bit more with these lateral extensions. So we're going to move from side to side with the breath. So with an inhale, you'll bring the left elbow down and sweep the right arm up and over. With your exhale, you're going to extend both arms out to the sides as you come up to a seat. And then inhale, bring the right elbow down, sweep the left arm up and over. Then exhale, come back to a tall spine, arms out. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, return. Inhale, extend. And exhale, return. Please keep going on your breath. Inhale, we're reaching to a side. Exhale, we come back up to a spine. This can be a really slow movement if you'd like. I wouldn't make it too quick, but it can be a bit quicker if you need it to be. When we go really quickly, we tend to lose some of the integrity of the exercise. So you want to make sure we're getting that good stretch in, not just moving quickly. Inhale, reach. Exhale, return. Couple more times on each side. Good. And as you come to a tall spine this time, go ahead and stay. Feel whatever it is you're feeling. Length on the sides of the spine, maybe a little bit in the core as well, helping you come up from those postures. Good. Now keeping your knees and your feet this wide apart, go ahead and just have the hands on top of the thighs. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, just fold forward into the space between the knees or that direction. And once you come to your fullest fold, as far as you can go comfortably, go ahead and release the chin. Drop it toward your throat and feel the back of the neck lengthen or open up. And then we'll just take a few deep breaths here, allowing the weight of the head to create a gentle tractioning on the muscles of the back of the neck, just helping to pull out some of that tension. So don't try to support the head here. Just let it hang heavy. Wonderful. All right. With your inhale, carefully sit back up. Take your time with that. And take your time as the world reorients. Good. So just a couple more exercises before we meditate. I'll ask you now to bring your feet a bit closer together, knees hip width apart, heels stacking underneath. And we're going to come into an open flex of the spine. So you're going to roll the shoulders down the back and turn the chest toward the ceiling. Now you can shrug your shoulders up a little bit here to create a cradle for the neck if it feels unstable. And then feel the chest and the throat open here. Good, and then shrug the shoulders up to help your spine and head back to center. Whew. And for our last pose before we meditate, with the knees in this closer position, we'll fold over the thighs. And again, you can release the head at the end of the fold. And your hands can be on your thighs. You could also just hang your arms toward the floor. Do what feels good. Okay. Take your time, come back up. Mm, great work. All right. Let's spend the last few minutes we have together in a meditation. So slide to the back of your chair and make yourself comfortable, feet on the ground. And you could sit up tall if you want to. We've done quite a bit to stabilize the back. But if you also would like to, you can just relax. You can just soften back. Whatever is going to serve you best today. And then let your eyes close or lower. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out, allowing the breath to guide your awareness inside. You just might notice the body here as well. Does it feel different than it did, about 20, 25 minutes ago? Not that it has to, and not that the difference has to be any better. And then become aware of the movement of your rib cage, not forcing the breath, just noticing any movement of the rib cage, widening as you inhale, the rib cage narrowing as you exhale. The rib cage widening as you inhale, the rib cage narrowing as you exhale. A gentle pulsing of the ribs as you breathe. And I'd like you to become aware now of the point at the center of the chest on the inside of the body that the rib cage is expanding away from and contracting towards. The point at the center of the chest that the ribs are expanding away from and contracting toward. Holding your awareness at this point, I'd like you to think of something, anything, that you are grateful for. Could be anything, a person, an object, an opportunity, an idea. What are you grateful for? You don't have to spend time deciding. Usually, the first or second thing to pop into your head is the right one for today's practice. And once you have it, ask yourself why. Why are you grateful for this thing? What's the impact of this thing on your life? What light and love or support has it brought for you? How has it made your life better, fuller, richer? And what tends to happen in this acknowledgement is that we just start to feel even more gratitude for this thing. Let it grow inside you. This gratitude, like light expanding inside of you. Other feelings might come with gratitude, like peace, contentment, stability. And knowing that if you ever move away from this peace, that the only thing that you have to do to come back to it is practice gratitude. But keeping in all that good feels with you, all those good feels with you for now, go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring your palms together in front of you and rub the palms together, taking the heated palms over your eyes and brushing back over the top of your head, down your neck, gently, carefully bringing yourself back to the space around you.